What up, what up? Good morning, good morning. You know, I put up a post yesterday in my story talking about quote-unquote cheating. And, I told my bro, and I was talking to one of my lady friends yesterday. We talked for a few hours. We're just talking about relationships, man. It's a beautiful thing when you can talk with the complementing sex, and you can have a real conversation because it's no defense. And when you get on your defenses, you make the other person get on their defenses, and it's going to be an automatic fight. And that's why I always tell people it's war talk out here. It's a way in which you guys don't get any results because you're always on the defenses, because you're always having war talk or throwing things out there that wage war and wonder why you're not approachable. And I meant to do this yesterday, but I got caught up with conversation or whatever. And so now, as I'm leaving the gym and on my way driving into work, because going to the gym for me is a good thing. Somebody asked me yesterday, you don't drink coffee? Nah. The same thing that coffee can do for you, some jumping jacks and some push-ups can do for me. So the whole point is to get the blood flowing, you know what I'm saying? And once that blood is flowing, you wake up. And so everybody always asks, you ain't tired when you leave the gym and go straight to work? I'm good. I'll be good. I'm blood flowing right now. But anyway, man, I've said it many times before that the family today in modern day is redefined, and I'm going to go into that a little bit more. Yes, the reality of it is, for the most part, is a lot of you, it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter what a lot of you think. It don't really matter what I think, which is why I don't assume a whole lot of stuff. There's a lot of things that I don't assume. And so I don't need my pastor. I don't need a whole lot of people to do certain things or say certain things, because when I leave the congregation or the sanctuary, not the church, but when I leave the congregation or the sanctuary, and I leave, the fellow members, I know how to go into the book and look at things myself. I know how to fast throughout the month and give myself 1 or 2 days out of the month where I'm going to fast 24 hours. No special prayers. You just do the work and go forward. And so in saying all of that, there's a lot of you that just don't know how to, because everything is so redefined. You got more houses than homes. You got people in houses, apartments, everything else, but you have more of that than you actually have homes, because you have redefined family, you have redefined the home, you've redefined everything. And that's why you can't properly, women or men can't properly, or don't know how to properly, ain't been taught how to properly share a domicile. You can't even reside together. And so it gets me, because a lot of people, they think that a father or even a mother is some Disneyland individual who gives you what you want, who makes you entitled, who spoils you. That's not what a father is. And so it's a reason why I'm kind of going down this lane, because now let's go back to the comments that you can go to early on in these slides, and you can see what I said about quote unquote cheating. I joke about it a lot, but I'm very serious. You can only cheat a test. If you're going to add anything in there, you can say you could also cheat in sports. When you think about cheating, let me break this down to y'all. When you think about cheating, you're thinking about people that did things to get ahead. I didn't study last night. Let me cheat so I can still get an A. Let me cheat so I can still get ahead. Oh, I am not physically fit as LeBron. I am not physically fit as Arnold Schwarzenegger or my man what is dude name? Ronnie Coleman. Lightweight. You know what I'm saying? Lightweight. I'm not as fit as Ronnie Coleman. You know what I'm saying? But I'm in this competition. I'm playing this sport. I'm playing baseball. I'm not Barry Bonds, but I'm going to take this performance enhancement drug. You're cheating to get ahead. So if cheating is to get ahead, and that's what it's always been, that's the context that it's really always been, that's what it means to cheat. Why do y'all always try to add that dynamic and those words to a doggone relationship when all somebody has done to you is just be dishonest? Somebody has gone back on something that they promised you. They you know what I'm saying, they may have betrayed you, but y'all can't use the proper words because y'all too busy trying to audition for a Tyler Perry scene or some type of soap opera scene. You trying to look to be in the next movie, I guess, because you keep talking about you being cheated for the element of victimhood. So I say all that to say exactly what I said. Let me move up. I say all that to say exactly what I said yesterday in my post. If you go back and read it, it's in this slide. If you go back to the beginning slides of this story before I start talking through these videos, through these clips, I talk about how what I said was, to some degree, I said you got a lot of people who, like I said, two people don't even know how to live with each other, let alone actually be in a relationship with each other. And a lot of these ladies, brothers, if you take away sneaking and looking through your phone, if you take away trying to be a detective, if you take away the I got you element of your relationship, it wouldn't be no relationship, because outside of that, being a little sister and being an agitator, they don't know what to do. And that's on you because you've made a bad selection. And so at the end of the day, if you promise some that you are going to do this and you're going to do that, and she's got insecurities down in her spirit and all this other different stuff, and she's wearing you out, because I'm gonna tell you, if you somebody who you're going through my stuff and I've never done anything, I don't care what I eventually do or end up doing, because or whether I do anything or not. But for some of y'all, that somebody does something in this conversation, or they talk to somebody at work, or they communicate with somebody at work, or whatever, if you can sit behind closed doors and beat a man down and knowing he going to work, don't send him with a lunch knowing he going to work, send him out on an argument every day knowing he going to work, you deserve everything you're getting if that man opens up to somebody else that he can trust better than you. Because over here, and I'm going to explain to y'all what it means for a woman to be your rib. The rib protects the heart. When a man is giving his daughter away, you know what I'm saying? And they say, oh, he's giving his heart away. You know, the rib protects the heart. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when a man is giving you the matters of the heart, when he's giving you these pictures from his mind, he's having these talks with you as he lays in your bosom. And the scripture lets you know, men, how open to be and how open not to be with these women laying in their bosom. When a man is giving you those matters of the heart, and then I shared something with Judge Lynn Toller, how she talked about not speaking down on your man's weakness and arguments and all this other stuff. When you do that stuff, guess what? He's going to trust the person that respects him most. If it ain't you, oh well. So a lot of y'all that's out here claiming that y'all been cheated on, a lot of you just like that element. You like that element of drama. You like that element of, you know, I mean, this is man, a Tyler Perry movie. My relationship, my life. Oh, this excitement, and you don't have no idea that for a person who's doing nothing, I don't care what they might do. For a person that's doing nothing, yeah, they gonna probably end up doing something, because at the end of the day, you are opening up a spirit of untrust and all kind of other things in your relationship, to where you're playing games in that person's head. They were like, well, dog, I ain't did nothing. Why she in my phone? Well, dog, I ain't did nothing. Why she doing this? She doing that. And you'll hear goofy women say, well, I got a problem. I am insecure, but he should have some discipline to understand and blah, 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 blah. Nah, you don't get to do that. You don't get to decide that. This is why the perfect example and the perfect analogy that I give all the time, it is just like me stabbing somebody, standing over them, pulling the knife out, and anybody with common sense know even if it's never happened to you. You should have the common sense enough to know you stick the knife in, boom, you messing up some organs, you doing some really intense damage. Now you're going to be goofy enough to pull the knife out. Well, once that blood gushes out and all that stuff, and you pulling that knife out, you're doing more damage. And so you don't get to say, well, how dare you bleed like that? When I pulled that knife out, how dare you gush blood all over the place? Fool, you don't get to decide how they bleed when you did the damage. You know what I'm saying? And that's where a lot of y'all have a problem. A lot of y'all are crying cheat, which is only possible on a test or in sports. You ain't cheated. You can never be cheated. Ain't nobody trying to get ahead on you. Ain't nobody gonna get ahead by going out and dealing with somebody else. Y'all need to stop being lazy and really articulate what's going on. But see, if you did that, you'd have to probably tell on yourself 9 times out of 10. Because if anything, cheating would be more so you break up a relationship, you play games through a court system, because that's where you play games. Court, basketball court, tennis court, courtroom. That's where you play games with people's lives. And you gonna get lawyers, and you gonna play this, and you gonna play that, and all this different stuff, and you gonna, men getting locked up and all this different stuff. That's where games get ran all the way through. And you gotta do what you gotta do to get ahead. That would be more so cheating than what the heck you talking about. You know what I'm saying? So I've just seen enough of this through all the social media waves, movies, whatever. I'm cheated. I've been cheated on. He cheated on me. Stop it. At the end of the day, stop it. You cannot be cheated. Unless you playing a sport, or you on a test, you got a test going on, or somebody that cheated off of you or something like that, just stop it, because you can't be cheated on in a relationship. Again, find words to actually say of what that person is doing. They're being dishonest. They betrayed you like Judas did Jesus, whatever. But you ain't being cheated. But y'all add these elements, and y'all used to add these elements because they've been going on for decades. And it adds an element of drama that you 9 times out of 10 cause from the jump. Because instead of being supportive to individuals, you were demonstrative. Instead of putting some work in, you were lazy as heck. No effort. And then you bring this element of distrust and snooping around and playing games and detective. And then you wonder why something triggered in that man that, dog, she don't even trust me. Now you done birthed and created doubt in that person because they know they're not doing nothing. And then, so what? You find, unless you find a homemade video of them screwing somebody in the bed, you still ain't found nothing if you just find them having conversations with somebody. A lot of y'all, let's just be real. You enjoy that element of thrills. You enjoy that element of victimhood. And that's why you always run around talking about you've been cheated and all this crap. If you take that element out of y'all relationship, a lot of these boyfriend, girlfriend relationships and all this other crap, marriage, if you take the element of some broad going through phones and doing this and sneaking this and I'm looking through gym bags and blah, blah, blah. If you take that element away out of a lot of y'all relationships, you really wouldn't have a relationship, because your idea of a relationship is thrills, drama, and Tyler Perry movie scenes. Enjoy your audition.